My God is so good, and I praise Him every day. Today we're standing on the grounds of the historic Highland Park High School. Highland Park was the second high school built for African American students in Prince George's County. It was one of 23 Rosenwald schools constructed in Prince George's County with financial assistance from Julius Rosenwald Fund, which contributed money to the building of nearly 5,000 public schools. Mr. Julius Rosenwald was a Sears, Roebuck and Company tycoon and Chicago philanthropist who made it his mission from 1917 to 1932 to support Black education financially throughout the South. The majority of the Rosenwald schools were built in African American or Native American communities throughout the South. In many instances, the people of the community provided the land, the labor, the materials, and sometimes money for construction of these schools. He financed the building of 3 high schools in Prince George's County, including Lakeland, Douglas, and Highland Park. One of the trustees was my grandfather, Edward Martin, who helped to build and complete Highland Park High School in 1928. One of Edward's children was my father, Clement Martin. My dad graduated from the Highland Park High School class of 1939, the first in his class of a dozen students. He continued to live in this community and married Barbara Fletcher. They went on to college and became teachers and administrators in the Prince George's County public school system. Barbara even taught at Highland Park Elementary School, and Clem would be seen on the weekends cutting the grass and taking care of the school. They had 4 children, Celine, Faye, Barbara, and George. After a while, as the community grew, Highland Park High School was converted into Highland Park Elementary School to accommodate the children of the community. All the Martin children attended Highland Park Elementary School, along with other children in the neighborhood. My name is Faye Martin Howell, and I'm the second child of Clement and Barbara Martin. I also attended this elementary school. I was appointed by Governor Hogan in November 21 as a delegate in District 24. But I did not get to Annapolis by myself. It took many others to help me get to where I am today, and it made me realize that God doesn't give us what we can handle. He helps us handle what we are given. He also teaches us life lessons along the way. Lesson number 1, appreciate and love your family and friends. I am a lifelong resident of District 24. My God blessed me with the most wonderful life. He birthed me into a wonderful family, the best family that I could ever hope for. My parents, Clement and Barbara Martin, were warriors. They spearheaded many of the historical events that happened in Prince George's County. They taught, mentored, and were friends with many of the county leaders. Growing up, I learned to love and appreciate our family and friends. Lesson number 2, fight for what you want, but still remain respectful of each other. I remember back in the 70s when my parents were having discussions about busing and whether or not it would be good for the county. At that time, my father was the president of the Prince George's County chapter of the NAACP, and my mother was the chairman of the Prince George's County Board of Education. They were on opposite sides of the busing issue, and there were many lively discussions around the dinner table about what would be best for the county. Through all of that, the busing came, and my parents remained married and friends through it all. That gave me a bird's eye view of fighting for what you want, but remaining respectful of each other. Lesson number 3, fight for what you know is right. I remember after the busing came and our neighborhood children were bused to Bowie, the county used Highland Park Elementary School as office space for the Board of Education. Eventually, they wanted to tear it down. My wonderful neighborhood of Highland Park, spearheaded by my parents, fought and fought until we got not only the school back, it also became an historical site. It was remodeled, and now it's the only remaining Rosenwald school that is still operational as a county school. Lesson number 4, together we can make a difference. When tensions were high between the Prince George's County Police and the minority communities in the 1980s, I worked with Cora Rice, who was president of the NAACP, and other elected officials to establish the Cora Rice Prince George's County Community Christmas Party for deserving children. This party is still continuing today. It was a vehicle for uniting the children and the police in a positive manner. After 38 years, I am now the community liaison for this event, and I continue to work with the Prince George's County Police to provide this party annually for 500 children. Lesson number 5, negotiate until you reach a favorable solution. When the Washington Redskins wanted to build a stadium in Prince George's County in 1996, we knew that this would impact the surrounding community. I worked with my Glenarden Track Club and a lot of elected officials to make sure that the Redskins provided the community with the $32 million sports and learning complex located in Landover, Maryland. I am so proud today to see the doors continuously open and closing at the complex and folks going in to relax and enjoy themselves, work out, get their energy levels up. Lesson number 6, no matter how long it takes, if you feel it's right, don't give up the fight. As an alumnus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, I collaborated with other Maryland historically black colleges and university alumni and elected officials to assure that a $557 million lawsuit was settled in 2020. It took 15 years, but I remember the continuous fight to get the money that our HBCUs so deserve. Lesson number 7, stay focused on the fact that the children are our future and we have to make it better for them. I am now the mother of 2 children, Trey and Dolly, and the grandmother of 10 grandchildren. My goal is to stay focused on the future to make it better for them and the other children in this county and the state of Maryland. There are so many opportunities for us to do to make this world a better place, but we cannot do it alone. In Annapolis, my greatest family and friends are the other delegates, especially those here in District 24 in Prince George's County. Every day, 141 delegates must work together to make decisions about laws that affect our everyday lives. We must rely on each other, our constituents, and other advocates to get the things done that we need here in the county and Maryland. Sometimes we must fight to get laws passed that can help us in life, but we must remain respectful of each other. My priorities this year are making a blueprint for education and success, helping families afford basic needs, expanding family and medical leave, banning ghost guns, improving infrastructure, climate solutions, protecting women's reproductive health, and expanding child care. I will continue to work hard in Annapolis to get what is needed for us here in the county. Thank you to Mr. Julius Rosenwald and the Highland Park community for building Highland Park High School. Today, 9 of the structures that house Rosenwald School in this county still stand, but only 2 are owned by the public school system in Prince George's County, and only Highland Park remains in use as a school. Along the way, the school began serving all grades through high school, and later served as a junior high and then a Head Start center before reopening as a new elementary school in 1999. Throughout the years, county residents and administrators wanted to rename the school after my father, but he always said that the school belonged to the community and he wanted it to remain as Highland Park Elementary School. So as a tribute to him for his hard work and dedication, in 2012, the Media Center here was named the Clem and Martin Media Center. We are so proud today that we still have our community school. And I thank God for all the family and friends who taught me these lessons and helped to pave the way for me to become a successful adult. I promise that I will do my best to continue to help provide life lessons for our future generations and to do whatever is necessary to make Prince George's County and Maryland an ideal place to live, work, and play. Thank you. Again, my name is Faye Martin Howell, and I shared this story with you because I wanted you to know about my lifelong commitment and dedication to the people here in Prince George's County. Please vote for me on June 28th. Visit my website at voteforFayeMartinHowell.com. And again, I thank you so much for your support. Together, we can make a difference.